When I first started working with clients in Nigeria, one pattern stood out. Unnecessary spending was eating up their income. I remember one client, Chioma, a mid-level professional who earned well but was constantly broke before the month ended. She didn't realize how much her small, daily expenses were adding up. For instance, buying snacks and soft drinks during her commute cost her 50,000 Nigerian nairas monthly, money she could barely account for at the end of each month. This is a common problem many Nigerians face. Without realizing it, small, seemingly harmless expenses pile up over time and create financial stress. The first step to fixing this is awareness. Track every expense, no matter how small, for at least 1 month. The results are often shocking, but provide a clear picture of where your money is going. Awareness is the foundation for change. A game-changing hack I've introduced to clients is the zero-based budgeting system. Unlike traditional budgets, where you estimate and allocate loosely, this system requires assigning every naira a specific purpose before the month begins. Think of your income as a bucket of water. You control where every drop goes. Chioma adopted this approach by listing her priorities: rent, utilities, transportation, and savings. She also allocated amounts for less obvious categories, like emergencies and personal enjoyment. By the end of the month, her money worked exactly as she intended, and she was finally able to save consistently. Zero-based budgeting forces you to be intentional, ensuring every naira works toward your goals. Budgeting becomes easier when you categorize your expenses. I advise Chioma to break her spending into 4 buckets: needs, wants, savings, and investments. For example, rent and food went under needs, while dining out and Netflix subscriptions fell under wants. Savings and investments each had separate allocations. This method helped Chioma see exactly where she could cut back. For instance, she realized she was spending too much on wants and decided to limit eating out to once a week. Categorizing gives clarity and simplifies decision-making, making it easier to stay disciplined. Another effective budgeting hack is the envelope system, which I've seen work wonders, especially in Nigeria, where cash transactions are common. Here's how it works. Divide your monthly cash into envelopes labeled with categories like groceries, transportation, or entertainment. Once an envelope is empty, you can't spend more in that category. Chioma tried this system for her transportation and groceries. She was shocked to realize that having a fixed amount physically limited overspending. The envelope system makes budgeting tangible, ensuring you live within your means and stick to your plan. Impulse spending is a major issue in Nigeria, especially with the rise of social media ads and e-commerce platforms. Chioma admitted that she couldn't resist buying trendy outfits and gadgets she saw online. These purchases were rarely planned and often disrupted her budget. The solution was simple but effective: a 24-hour rule. Whenever Chioma felt the urge to buy something unplanned, she waited a full day before deciding. In most cases, the desire faded, and she realized the item wasn't necessary. By delaying gratification, you can cut out unnecessary expenses and keep your budget intact. For people who find detailed budgeting overwhelming, I often recommend the 50/30/20 rule. This divides your income into 3 categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. This structure provides balance while ensuring savings are prioritized. Chioma adjusted her expenses to follow this rule, cutting her wants from 40% to 30% and redirecting the difference to her savings. In just 3 months, she had a small emergency fund, a safety net she never thought possible. The 50/30/20 rule simplifies budgeting and makes it sustainable for the long term. Budgeting apps have revolutionized personal finance management, even in Nigeria. Chioma downloaded a free app that tracked her expenses and categorized them automatically. It gave her insights into her spending habits without the hassle of manual tracking. These apps also send notifications when you're nearing your limits in certain categories. For example, Chioma was alerted when her entertainment budget hit 90%, helping her make smarter decisions. Using technology to automate tracking is a modern hack that saves time and ensures accuracy. Food is a significant expense for most Nigerians, yet it's an area where costs can be drastically reduced. Chioma realized she was spending far too much on takeout and inconsistent grocery shopping. I suggested meal planning as a solution. By planning her meals for the week and shopping with a list, she avoided unnecessary purchases and reduced food waste. Bulk buying staples like rice and beans at local markets also saved her money. Meal planning is a simple but effective strategy to cut costs while maintaining a healthy diet. One unique experiment I recommend is going cash only for discretionary spending. Chioma agreed to withdraw a fixed amount for her weekly wants and entertainment, leaving her debit card at home. This physical limit forced her to think twice before spending. If the cash ran out, she had no choice but to wait until the following week. The cash-only method helps reinforce discipline and prevents overspending, especially in situations where swiping a card makes it too easy to lose track. In Nigeria, cultural obligations like weddings, birthdays, and family support can strain your budget. Chioma felt pressured to give beyond her means, often leaving her in financial stress. We addressed this by creating a separate giving fund within her budget. This fund allowed her to contribute to social obligations without compromising her financial goals. Setting boundaries and budgeting for cultural expenses is crucial to maintaining financial health while respecting traditions. An emergency fund is one of the most overlooked but essential parts of a budget. Chioma learned this the hard way when her car broke down unexpectedly, leaving her scrambling for cash. We created a plan to build an emergency fund by saving just 10% of her income each month. Within 6 months, she had enough to cover 3 months' worth of expenses. This fund gave her peace of mind and prevented future financial shocks. Budgeting isn't a one-time activity. It requires regular reviews and adjustments. Every month, Chioma and I sat down to evaluate her progress and make necessary tweaks. For instance, during months with higher transportation costs, we reduced her entertainment spending to compensate. Reviewing ensures your budget stays aligned with your current priorities and challenges. It's also an opportunity to celebrate progress, which keeps you motivated to stick to the plan. One of the hardest lessons for Chioma was learning to say no. Friends often pressured her into expensive outings that didn't fit her budget. By setting clear boundaries and suggesting affordable alternatives, she found a balance between enjoying life and staying disciplined. Learning to say no is a critical skill in budgeting. It's not about denying yourself, but about prioritizing your financial well-being over temporary pleasures. Chioma's progress accelerated when she found an accountability partner, a friend who was also working on budgeting. They shared their goals, tracked each other's progress, and offered support during challenges. Having someone to keep you accountable makes budgeting easier and more enjoyable. It adds a layer of motivation and ensures you stay committed to your goals. After a year of consistent budgeting, Chioma achieved something she never thought possible: financial freedom. She cleared her debts, built savings, and even started investing. The stress and worry that once weighed her down were replaced with confidence and peace of mind. Budgeting isn't just about saving money. It's about creating a life of security, stability, and possibilities. By applying these simple hacks, anyone can take control of their finances and build the future they deserve. Start today and watch your life transform. Budgeting doesn't have to feel restrictive. It's a tool that gives you freedom, clarity, and control over your money. The simple hack we've explored today has transformed lives, helping people like Chioma escape the cycle of paycheck-to-paycheck living and achieve financial peace. The truth is, your financial future is in your hands. It starts with small, intentional steps like tracking your expenses, setting priorities, and sticking to a plan. These habits can build a foundation for bigger goals like savings, investments, and financial independence. Now it's your turn. Will you continue letting money slip through your fingers, or will you take charge and create the life you deserve? Remember, every naira you save today brings you closer to the freedom and opportunities you've always dreamed of. Start now. Take action. Your journey to financial freedom begins with one decision. Don't let another moment pass you by. See you on the path to success. Budgeting isn't about deprivation. It's about empowerment. It's the key to unlocking the financial freedom you deserve, turning your hard-earned money into a tool for achieving your dreams. Chioma's story is proof that with discipline, the right strategy, and a little effort, you can go from financial stress to financial success. Think about what you could accomplish with the money you save. Picture the opportunities: starting a business, building a home, sending your kids to the best schools, or enjoying retirement without worry. These aren't distant fantasies. They're achievable goals when you take control of your finances today. The beauty of this budgeting hack is its simplicity. It doesn't require a financial degree or a massive income. All it needs is commitment and consistency. Start small. Track your spending, allocate wisely, and watch how quickly your financial situation improves. Now it's your turn. Don't let another month go by wondering where your money went. Instead, decide where it will go. Break free from the cycle of financial stress and take the first step toward the life you've always wanted. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Together, let's spread the message of financial empowerment. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's build wealth, one smart decision at a time. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.